I'm Douglas Freemo. I'm going to be editing this, and Sam.
Hi, I'm Sam Pearson, and I was the creative writer for this assignment, and Sean Young is our cameraman.
Hi.
We're going to be talking about mise en scène versus montage. Mise en scène being a long shot of a scene, such as, for example, the rather long shot in Children of Men, while they're in the car trying to get Key to safety after learning about her pregnancy with the first child that's been born in 18 years.
Montage, on the other hand, is a compilation of shots quickly in succession. It's often used to tell a story. An example of this being Battleship Potemkin's famous montage of the Odessa Steps, in which you see numerous shots of the citizens being attacked, where it's cutting between the marching armies and the baby stroller going down the hill.
But which is better? What makes a better movie? Mise en scène often makes for some interesting visuals, being a long shot of information for the viewers, allowing them to learn more about setting, emotion, or even character development.
In Children of Men, there's a tracking long shot in which the entire scene puts the viewer in the scene, in the car. During the scene, it works a little on the iceberg theory. At the beginning of the movie, we learn the main character, Theo, has a history of doing it. We learn more about that in this scene, especially the cool little trick they do with ping pong. Great emotions.
This scene implies that there may be a little more to these characters' backgrounds together than the viewer originally thought, causing the viewer to contemplate what exactly these two characters mean to each other. The scene also has the theory of multiplicity, as not only does it develop characters, but also has some world building about the violent nature of the fishes, which we got a little of before with some of the protests on the side of the street. Then we get, in this scene, we get like an extra violent scene where a car comes down and all of like 100 people come down from the hills.
Mm-hmm. The reason why this scene works so well is because of the mise en scène. It would not have worked as well with montage, rather giving the viewer a visual of the whole environment, which would likely have changed the entire feel of the scene.
Mise en scène enhances the car scene as it allows for a more immersive feel to the scene, connecting the viewer to the characters, putting the viewer on the edge as they worry about the characters that they've just been put in the car with. The camera is directly in the car, going around showing all the characters as they interact with each other, putting the viewer in the scene.
Mise en scène also works to better show how characters relate to one another and their environment. An example of this being used in the emotional scenes. For instance, romantic or scenes of tension, where longer shots work better to build the emotion the characters are feeling.
Montage could work for these kinds of scenes, but the disruption of what the viewer is seeing, again, disrupts them from feelings of tension. Montage creates a sense of urgency that distracts from the tension the viewer is supposed to be feeling in that scene.
Even in action shots, where montage could be potentially good for showing off particular aspects of the fight, mise en scène better inserts the viewer into the environment of the film, especially if the camera is handheld, creating chaos as the camera shakes, causing a sort of Dutch angle that may help the viewer feel more disoriented in the chaos, which works extremely well in battle scenes.
Another thing mise en scène does better than montage is, as somewhat mentioned beforehand, is setting, the place in which the character is residing. Mise en scène allows for props and such to be taken into better consideration. It also allows the viewer to get a better read of what the scene is trying to tell them, as montage is more abstract and allowing the viewer to rather interpret the scene.
Taking more than props into account for setting, there's how characters interact with the place and themselves in it, as well as lighting, that helps to immerse the viewer in what they're watching and feel what the characters are feeling in the moment.
Damn it, Sam. How? Do you think he's gonna hit you this time? Maybe.